Put that cookie down! No! So much for joining me for Chronicles in Collecting, where we're going to take a look at Turbo Man from Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way was a live-action movie that came out in November of 1996. Unfortunately, there has never been any additional stories told in the Jingle All the Way universe, and there definitely was not a sequel that ever came out with a bunch of hack actors who weren't in the original movie, and I will not be hearing otherwise. This figure originally came out in the winter of 1996 and retailed for $25. It was re-released July of 2021 for $35. Both the original and the re-released version were Walmart exclusives. This is going to be a good one. I wanted to do like a cool Christmas episode or something, but there really are not a lot of mech shows that take place on Christmas. But fortunately, I did pick this figure up earlier in the year, and I thought it would be the perfect excuse to do it for Christmas. So Jingle All the Way is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. For anyone who's maybe not familiar with it, it is an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's kind of got a bit of an ensemble cast. It's got Sinbad and Jake Lloyd and Phil Hartman, The Big Show, Jim Belushi's in it. That little person who was in a lot of movies in the 90s. This is a really weird box. I've never seen a box that opens like this. It's like it just forgot to to just connect it or something. Kind of the main gist of the plot is that Arnold Schwarzenegger is like some successful businessman who mostly ignores his family. He promised his wife that he was going to pick up the hottest Christmas toy for his son, which of course he didn't. And then it's the day of Christmas Eve. And he's like, oh, I just got to go to the office and go pick it up, because I left it there after I bought it, months ago when you asked me. And now he is on this mad rush to find the hottest, holiday Christmas toy. He teams up with a variety of people and goes through a number of adventures. It's kind of like a family movie, although I think some of the jokes would probably not be acceptable in any movie today. But love this movie. I watched it probably a bazillion times when I was a kid. And so the main figure that he's trying to get in the movie is this Turbo Man. So when the movie actually first came out, Walmart had done a very limited release of the actual Turbo Man figure, and this was obviously back in the late 90s. And I guess reality follows fiction, and it became actually a very, very rare figure. And now I think if you wanted to buy a complete unboxed one, it would probably cost $500-600 on eBay or something like that. So finally, after however many years, I went online, finally bought one on eBay, and then 2 months later, Funko released basically a reprint of it that I think is pretty much exactly the same, minus having some Funko branding on the box, which they then sold at Walmart for about $30. So I did pick up an extra, so now I have two.
Pikachu! Pikachu!
Alright, and we are back. I'm going to do a spin around with this guy because it would be too high if I put him on the stand. But this figure is pretty awesome. It's pretty much got everything I could ever want and more. First of all, we got a working jetpack. Arm thing doesn't stand up too well. And his legs light up for some reason. I don't know why. I don't recall that being in the movie, but it's cool. We got his boomerang stored in his ankle, put in his hand. I don't know if it'll actually return. Try it out. Not an actual boomerang, unfortunately. Also got this blaster thing that actually blasts. And you got a bunch of extra ones for when you lose them. I don't think you could actually do anything with it. I don't think there's anywhere to put the extra ones. And of course, it talks.
Good work, Booster. You can always count on me. You can always... It's
It gives you a lot of free life lessons for free. No, all in all, I got no complaints about this figure. This thing was awesome. It was worth waiting, whatever, 20-something years for the movie to come out and for me to finally get one. Bends at all the joints. You got everything you want here. If I was going to make one minor complaint about this figure, is that it doesn't have Arnold's voice, but I don't think anyone had that kind of money. And it does require 2 AA batteries, so if you're gifting it for someone, make sure you have batteries. It's turbo time. Keep collecting. Thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate a like or subscribe, and if you didn't like it, tell me about it in the comments. I do new anime reviews every Monday and figure reviews every Wednesday. Please join me next week, where we're going to take a look at the Metal Robot Spherix MSZ006 Zeta Gundam. Thanks so much, and keep collecting.